What's up, Capoeirista? Welcome back to the Capoeira Experience Podcast. Thank you so much for coming back, and thank you so much for listening to this episode. This episode, I'm gonna split it in two. And just to let you know, I usually split episodes in two because when I have really long conversations with whoever I'm talking to. So make sure you're listening next week, the follow-up episode, which is going to be with Mr. Cabecao. We talk about a little bit of behind the scenes of how to do business, how to do everything, and we talk a little bit about the capoeira philosophy from his point of view. Okay, thank you so much. Let's go. Let's roll. Peace. What's up, Capoeira Nation? Welcome back to the Capoeira Experience Podcast. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for listening. And I'm super happy to be back here on the podcast again. But today I have a special guest. We met a while ago. Every time we talk, we always have good conversations, and we got connected since then. And the topic today is going to be pretty much the business part of capoeira and how we can actually make a living with capoeira, which is very important for us, especially if you want to teach and thinking on the future, be teacher in the future, and one day your passion make it work and make a living with your passion. So today I'm going to have my group brother, Mestre Cabecao. How are you doing, man?
Hey Kashi, how are you, man? Thank you for having me.
Of course. Yeah, I'm happy to have you every time, man. We always have fun every time we're together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Makes me happy to have you back, and I miss Miami. Like I was telling you, I miss Miami.
Miss Miami more than miss me, huh?
Yes. No, I miss you too, brother. But
it's harder because when it goes the opposite, I cannot say, oh, I miss it. With all the cold behind you, I was like, no, I have to say I miss you guys.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate that. We definitely want to come back to Miami. There's so much stuff that we didn't see, so much stuff that we didn't do, and so much.
I have a lot of things that I want to do here too.
Yeah, and we should do it together there when we will visit. And so today for the conversations about the business and everything, where do you think capoeiristas should start thinking on when should a capoeirista should think to start a business or go in that direction?
So I feel like it's funny that question. I like that question because I was talking with some friends this week and we were talking about that. And I think like a lot of people, they don't realize how much work you should invest, time and everything else. They think like it's easy. And sometimes like people confuse passion with, and they, I want to do this. And then when they start actually working with capoeira, they start realizing that, and then they lose the passion, So I think the first thing is like, understand you want to play capoeira, you want to be part of the community, or if you want to work with the capoeira, you need to understand that whatever you do, you need to represent the art well. So I think that's the first thing. And so like if you know that and you want to do that full time, you're gonna need, it's not easy. Nothing is easy. It's like anything else. Like 100%. the same way that's for you to learn to play capoeira, to work with people is a lot more harder.
Yeah. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes energy, and it's not easy. And I tell my students that all the time. It's like is way different when you go to a class just to receive the class, just to be part of the class, that when you step on this side and you have to not just teach, but you also have to organize websites and think about classes, organize your schedule and organize the class. It's not just like, okay, well, 10 armada that way and 10 armada that way.
Yeah.
It's just behind the scenes, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Even when you're teaching with, you're dealing with people. So it's your responsibility, you're dealing with people and you're dealing with the art. So you need to transmit the art and make sure that whatever you teach, when it goes on, because it's like when you give someone information and those people or that people give it to someone else and someone else
Yeah.
is losing the richness.
Yeah.
So like our responsibility is to pass that information a way that the next generation gonna keep alive the things that come from the past, the
100%.
important things that came before us. So it's a lot of responsibilities, and the responsibility of the people to take care of whatever community or building. You need to make sure that you are giving the right support to these people, to not ending in the end they lose the love to the art.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Because like you said, one time when people start putting a lot of work and stress coming behind that work, and then they want to put the passion out, and then they're not gonna find a nice balance in between the
Yeah,
passion and actual work.
but also I feel like now we are going through a phase where a lot of people are invest time to understand the business
Yeah.
behind, and I feel that in the future going to be a lot easier because when you don't have answers and
Yeah.
you have to go find the ways by yourself, it's a lot harder. But when someone
100%.
did the job and now, okay, this is the things that work, so the new generation gonna have everything a little bit more easier.
Yeah.
So also that part, like the work that we have to do now to figure out the ways to make
Yeah.
work, it'll be easier in the future too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because is I think there's a saying, there's no hitting anything under the sun. I think is this the saying that there's nothing new under the sun. But like somebody already did this, and some or still doing it. But there's somebody where that new teacher used to be, and then that teacher that has a really really good school started somewhere, and then
Yeah,
that's the point of also the podcast too, for people like come back here. I don't know, this is gonna be online forever until the internet doesn't exist anymore.
yeah,
And then people can find this information and just go there and find it.
and make better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then see what works for you. And of course, again, we're not like any legal advices or anything like that. It's just like things that work for things that we know how that works for us.
Yeah,
Yeah. And also, what do you think about that in between, when this is I feel it's a misconception in the capoeira community that's saying that capoeira shouldn't make you money. That when you do capoeira, you shouldn't make money because it's an art form, right? So it's just like, what do you think about that? What do you
I
thought?
feel I feel like when you think about that, like I feel like the things change today, right?
Yeah.
And this type of saying comes from a time where the things was different. Capoeira was this society saw capoeira as a negative thing, right?
Yeah.
So it was more that afternoon, Sunday afternoon, thing that, of course, there was a lot more than that, but like people had their jobs and they went to capoeira, play capoeira,
Yeah.
so it was different. Now capoeira is everywhere, right? Like
Yeah.
you go everywhere, you have capoeira. I think like it's just doesn't make sense when you say you need to be a capoeirista 24 hours, but to be able to do capoeira for 24 hours, you need to make a living somehow.
Yeah.
And when we choose to make that living from capoeira and other people see a negative way, this is negative, I think that's just is not connect. Okay, because
100%.
if I want to play capoeira and do capoeira for living, I need to make some type of money from capoeira, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the big concern is that in that way of making capoeira as a business, the art don't lose their richness.
Yeah.
Okay, like
Yeah.
I believe that is have a difference between make the access easier for people,
Yeah.
right? But then change the art form, right, to make easier for people.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that makes sense. It's
Yeah,
different. I
yeah, yeah.
create a method and be organized that little by little people grow in the art and get where I want,
Yes.
then change the art form to make it easier for everybody. And you're just touching the how you say,
Yes. Surface.
surface.
Yeah. Hey, Capoeira Nation, I'm very happy to announce our workshop with Formanda Corulla, or also known as a Formanda Joy, all the way from New York on May 14th here in Indianapolis, hosted by us here in the Capoeira Brazil, Indianapolis. And this is going to be a 2 hours full of Capoeira. The first hour is going to be full class with Formanda Joy. And we are going to have right after that a full hour of Hada, or full hour of us moving, connecting, and playing as much as you want and as much as we can. The early bird is going to end 1 month before the workshop, okay? Make sure you register, click the link below, and come join us on May 14th, 2022 for this amazing workshop with Formanda Corulla.
Yeah, I feel like our job is to make the door, to open the door, right?
Yeah.
It's different that I have a door with 7 keys and want the people that come without information and go through this door. So when I open the door for those people to come, and then little by little, it's like a kid, right? Like you need to educate this kid, understand the difference from responsibility, how you say that, dever, like what I have to do, in society,
Yeah.
and fun, right? We need
Yeah.
to make those things clear. Like I want to create an environment where people feel welcome and it's positive, but at the same time, I want to create in my students way of see like the responsibility they have with capoeira. And over time, work and more they advance, their responsibility grow, and they understand that they are the keeper of this art form, right? So I make the door easy, but at the same time, more they go further, they have more responsibility. Instead, like, oh no, everything's easy. No, for everybody, capoeira is for everybody.
Yeah.
And then the art is weaker, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's the big difference, like when you talk about a business. And I think like because a lot of teachers they work so hard to get somewhere, and it usually was people that come from a really bad place in life, that when they get somewhere, they have a really, it's instinctive, right? This protection of the art. And then when the other people that come and things are easier for them, they pretty much know this is mine, like a baby.
Yeah.
And then it's hard because they are overprotect and they don't trust, right? Because also a lot of people they took advantage of, if you come from a background of people taking advantage of you, it's harder for you to trust, right? Then someone comes and take only what they want from capoeira and then start selling. So that I think is the danger. Right? Like
but what do you mean by when people get like jealous and they close and
it's not jealous, it's overprotecting.
like
right?
overprotect.
It's not about jealous, it's about it's like, for example, you never had a car in your life, you didn't have money for that, and then you don't have money for anything, and then you work, and then you really want a car. When you get that car, what is gonna happen? You're gonna be really, really careful, right? You're gonna wash the car every week. No one gonna drive your car. Instead, like when I have someone that always could buy a car, they lose a little bit that the same sense. And I feel like a lot of capoeira teachers, and with reason, they are like, no, because like we know that how hard it was for us and where capoeira comes from,
But why do you think that, what makes you think that somebody wants to protect something, or they overprotect what they do and everything?
Because I had people, I think first of all, we need like understand when you talk about business in capoeira, and it's not about creating a product where anyone can buy, and it's just one piece of capoeira. I
I see
think
what you mean.
that's
I see what you mean.
when I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
about a business in capoeira, is like how I gonna be more organized,
Yeah, yeah,
how I
totally.
gonna plan my class,
Yeah,
how I gonna create a method that works, and then I can tell my students, and I can see their evolution and their growth
yeah,
with quality,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm talking about understand the process, how I bring new people, how I treat these people, how
And
I
how to keep them too.
and how I maintain these people,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
also what is the intention of these people with capoeira. Because
yeah,
like if a person don't want to teach capoeira, I cannot force, you know, that person to teach capoeira. If they
yes,
just want to play capoeira, I'm gonna have to give them the tool to just play capoeira,
yeah, yeah,
you know. And people that want to work with capoeira, I need to give them the tool to teach capoeira. And a lot of
100%.
times in capoeira, we had that idea of just because someone is good in capoeira, they're gonna be a good teacher,
100%. Yes,
you
I've seen that
know.
many, many times.
And it's
Yeah,
different.
yeah. When because I've seen a lot of people, like you just said, that they you see them in the harder and they have a beautiful games and they play all the instruments, but when it comes to transmit that to somebody else, to somebody is newer, is it becomes it's just in that different, right? Because not everybody knows how to teach something, and which is all right too, because no everybody is good to be a teacher, and not everybody is good to. Because there is also like students that they don't know how to accept stuff. That's why they also a lot of people tell you like you gotta be coachable, because if you gotta be a good student, but you also gotta be a good teacher. So it's that balance, no, yeah,
But
it's
also we need
tricky.
to remember one thing that's really important, even though like there's a process that you can help people when you create ways, and we understand that have ways to do something, because
Hmm.
also we're talking about the people that's there. Because for me it doesn't make sense too. We need to be really careful, because if I have someone that is a really good capoeirista and come from a place that they live it with the old school in capoeira, they lived capoeira in Brazil, for example.
Yeah,
Of course, right now we have capoeira all over the world, but like for example, someone that grew up in Brazil in that environment, breathing
yeah,
capoeira 24 hours, and someone that's don't really train capoeira, but they are good teaching.
yeah,
So like, how are you gonna manage to like understand? Because this guy, like, he lived capoeira. The only
yeah,
thing, like, he don't have the tools to teach capoeira, to pass capoeira in a way that other people gonna understand. But he's capoeira, he's,
yeah,
he's he's the essence of the art.
yeah,
And this guy just learned how to teach a melody French well, a cocorinha well,
yeah,
some sequence. But this guy don't really understand the whole, environment, the whole.
yeah,
So like, also we need to be careful with that. Like we need give value for people for like different qualities, but also we need to
100%.
understand, like how we can, because it's just in the end we want to be fair. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? You got a guy that's just lived capoeira and breathe capoeira, and now you're gonna not giving this person a room just because someone else know what I'm saying.
yeah,
But also these people here that I haven't seen people that have beautiful voice singing, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But when they're gonna teach a workshop of singing or music, they don't have the tools to teach, and it was
yeah,
not a good workshop,
yeah,
right? So I think like it's just the conscience of like, okay, I do this well, now how I can become a better, you know
yes, yeah, yeah,
better in sharing these to other people.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
doesn't matter, you can have a lot of information. If you're not a good communicator, then that information gonna die with you.
yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Just simple like that,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know
It's because it's again, you have to find that those tools and look to how to be teachable, how to teach, and how to be teachable, how because if you don't know how to teach, that's also something that you can learn how to teach. Is definitely something that you can learn. But also on the business part for capoeira, do you think is a good balance in between again the passion in teaching and not get greedy with because sometimes people can misunderstand the making a living or ripping people off, and for example, like somebody tells me, hey, like Ashish, when you want to teach a workshop, yeah, for sure. How much you charge? $500. You just like, well, it depends. Yeah, that's my fee. But let's say, and again, this is just a generic. Everybody can charge whatever they charge. But if I see that you just struggle, you have 3 students, how am I gonna be charging you 300, $500 for 3 students? And then is people have to be also learn how to be a little bit flexible with those fees and not be too much of a fee, because if not, how are you gonna go to places?
Okay, so like for me, it's like that. First of all, the way I see, in a perfect world, I would
Yeah,
be, I would love to go to a workshop and get paid what I feel that I deserve,
yeah, for sure.
right? And make money. And I would love to support people that come to teach here and pay well those
Yeah,
people.
of course.
It's not like you come here, you're gonna be paid well, and you're gonna share with my students, right?
Yeah,
The knowledge you have. And but for me personally, what I'm trying to figure out first is like before thinking about a workshop, is like how I can have a group,
yeah,
like how I can, because never gonna work, that way if I cannot maintain myself,
yeah,
right? And but at the same time, like I said, um in a perfect world, it'd be nice to go to an event and get paid, what
yeah,
I deserve.
yeah,
But I understand that right now, is not possible. It's not everybody that have a lot of students, right?
yeah,
So for me, like my dream, what my goal is to like have enough students that when I travel with capoeira is because my choice.
yeah.
I don't want to make events, and for a long time events was the opposite, right? Like the guys don't have, the teachers or masters don't have a lot of students, so the workshops um was a way for them to make money,
Yeah,
some type
okay,
of
I see
money,
what you mean.
right?
Yeah,
So right now I'm in my head, I'm like how I can flip that.
yeah,
Like I have enough in my house that when I go happy, because I don't have that, oh, I need to make money or the guy's not paying me enough. I go because of capoeira, the good of capoeira, the great of
yeah,
capoeira, right?
yeah,
But for that, first, I need to make work for me, and then I can help other people also in this type of conversations, right? Sharing
yeah,
what is working for me, and then eventually we won't have to worry about cachet anymore in capoeira,
yeah,
because
yeah,
everybody gonna be okay. Now I have 50, 100, 1,000 students.
yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah,
So you can bring with the 100 student pay the event. You can do a nice event, and bring whatever person you want and teach and pay them well. So I think
yeah,
like I feel like my this is my opinion, my personal opinion,
yeah,
that we struggle so much to bring student that in the end we try to take from other place, but like how I gonna take from another person that's struggling as much or even more than I'm do,
yeah, yeah,
so it's just hard,
yeah,
so for me now I think that we should understand where we're going to a place where everybody have students, and then when someone does an event, the guy's not worry about money, in that way, like, oh, I don't have money, or no, I
yeah,
have money now, I'm going to invest back to capoeira.
yeah,
Understand? So that's the way I see. So like, if we can manage to in your house grow our house and have more students, events, uniform, instrument, all these other things gonna be a plus.
Yeah.
Want to be in more the main, so I want to switch, flip that for like not worry anymore about, because I want to go to your house to celebrate.
100%.
The cachet, the other things is a plus. But like
Yeah.
when I go to Kashishi, is because I want see your students, I want teach, I want play capoeira, I want to have fun. I
Yeah.
want after the event, sitting at table, have food and talk with your students.
Yeah.
Because that's what, beyond the payment, that's what recharge my energy.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Then I come home, I'm more excited. I met this. And then the community gonna be like, your students gonna start traveling to Miami, my students gonna, so everybody wins in that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, what
100%. I
is
agree with
more
that.
important? The cachet right now, or figure out how I can support you for you to have more students. They
Yeah.
support me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. 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 That's the reciprocity on the relationships. And that's also what I tell everybody, like if we help each other, we can grow even faster, because it's makes no sense when we say like, oh yes, a community and we don't support each other. It's just crazy.
So think about like, if I cannot manage in my own house to live with capoeira and have students, how I expect that some other teacher is gonna do the work for me?
Yeah.
How I gonna expect to go to someone's house to a workshop and then expect that he gonna have enough money to pay me?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, first of all, I need create a system, a way that I have students in my own house.
Yeah.
I have my students, I have my work, I got paid for that, and I'm living well with capoeira. When we start seeing that way, the business part of capoeira, we need to stop thinking about, how you said in the beginning, overcharging or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to start seeing that when a student comes to us paying, they're not just paying and you're giving them a service like an exchange,
Yeah.
right? The students is investing their money.
Yeah.
Is an investment.
Yeah.
And me as a teacher or whatever, or a master, or a contramaster, I'm allowed that person to become part of something amazing,
Yeah.
right? Because it's not just the training. I'm teaching those students a lot more than just capoeira. We are
Yeah. I am.
creating an environment, a community where like people feel support, where like families they train with their child,
Yeah.
where like other people from different place they can get together and they live in harmony, right?
Yeah.
Or try to create that harmony. I saw this week some video of another podcast about this doctor talking about how like um she studies like the brain, right? And she's
Yeah.
like how now the internet, she's a little bit afraid uh of the internet, the social media, because like for example, if you like capoeira, let's use
Yeah.
capoeira, the numbers, the AI
Yeah.
gonna find someone that likes capoeira. So like in the end, like you're the AI, the computer are
Yeah.
creating communities that thinks the same,
Oh, okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
so
Yeah.
the diversity is not happening anymore,
Yeah.
because this group of people like this type
They
of,
are here on this spot.
and this here, but like we have in capoeira something unique that a lot of people from different backgrounds they get together and they share with each other, and they
Yeah.
share from a really positive perspective,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so we have all this with capoeira, right?
Yeah.
So for me, like, yeah, like that's what the way I see like the situation, like we have something really amazing. And
Oh, yeah.
when I talk about the business part, I'm talking about that like a person is invest money or the time
Yeah.
to get something to be part. It's not like even an exchange. It's to be part, right?
Yeah,
Forever.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Forever. You
yeah.
know.
And we gotta learn too how like bring them on board on that. Because sometimes we get, because that happened to me at the beginning. Because I get so excited and I just want to share all the information I have, that it sometimes is for the new person is overwhelming. It's just like this is not for me because it's too much. It's too much information for me. Like what I like what you said at the beginning, that say like, we gotta make very, very easy to understand such a big art form that is so rich on many things, that and then slowly they're going to be sustainable. It's going to be people that always come to class and people that always stay there, and that's also the goal. Not bring the new people, get them involved, and then have them keep coming back and keep coming back, so that way we can grow our class.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's also important, like to understand how to not overwhelm
Yeah, yeah,
people in any level,
yeah,
like,
yeah, totally.
and the way we do that, like we have different tools to do that, like first organization,
Yeah,
planning. You need planning. This is all like the part of the business of capoeira. A lot of people, they are not organized,
yeah.
like, and they blame other things, but you need, first of all, you need to organize yourself,
100%. Yeah,
right? You need to start organizing your life,
yeah,
then when you go to class, those people, they feel that when you're organized, people know that.
yeah, yeah,
And being organized is not the same of being relaxed.
yeah,
It's different.
yeah,
Like, and have a plan where you want to go. Most of the people, they don't even, when you ask them what do you want, their answer is also in the superficial
yeah,
surface, you
yeah,
know because they're repeating what everybody is saying.
yeah. Like for
And
example, what you heard before?
I I want to have my academy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then they open academy, and then they realize they're fine before, because now you have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
It's different. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so we need to studying more
Yeah.
things, instead of like just being repeating over and over something, and we
Yeah.
don't completely understand, right? So
100%.
like, when you plan something, like, if I most of like my friends, or like people that I know, if I ask if they see the progress of their work in
Yeah.
capoeira, they don't see. They
Oh,
don't know how much they're making, how much they're paying in things, how
yeah.
much they're spending, how much they need.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're gonna open academy, how much you need. They don't know how many students are paying. They
Mm,
don't know who is late in the fee. They don't know how to use social media in an
yeah.
effective way, how to use other tools in an effective way, right? So we have so much we can do, but are not take advantage, and that's organization and planning.
100%.
Understand?
Yeah.
And then you're
Yeah.
gonna be able to find the right people, and that gonna pay you, and you're gonna be able to charge those people what you deserve.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned something very important, and which is connected to the business part about the social media and the tools for to promote your classes, which is in our terms, we marketing, right? So, what kind of tools and to use social media effectively? How do you use it? What works for you?
It's not what works for me, because I'm also like learning,
Yeah.
right? And I'm in the process. I have a long way to go. So, but like the little I see, you know, the little I understand, I see that we are complete off.
Okay.
I'm talking about capoeira.
Yeah.
Not as bad, but most of the content that we create is for other capoeiristas.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And that's fine if is part of your strategy or what you want. For example, for me, if I want to create a course that's designed for capoeiristas,
Yeah.
that strategy works.
Yeah.
But like, for example, for me, I want to find more people in Miami interested in capoeira, like people that's not in capoeira. So I want
Yeah.
to find those people and bring them to capoeira to become my students.
Yeah.
So for me, when I think about my content, I need to think about those people, right? So for example, before, if you look at my personal page,
Yeah.
it's been around 8,000 people for like 2 or 3 years, because
Yeah.
I'm not really putting energy there, because like 90% of people that follow me there is in Brazil,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? I want students here in Miami. So I
Yeah.
create my own page. I don't know. I'm not saying that if that was right or wrong. I could maybe had used the same page, but in the time I didn't have that same knowledge I have now. So I create another business page,
Yeah.
but I'm focused there. And now that page, 70%, 80% is not a big page, but 80% of people there is in Miami.
Nice.
So if I have 1,500 people, and from these 1,500 people, 80% is in Miami, look how many people are watching what I'm doing already in Miami.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So I think like you need to understand what you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like with social media, numbers are really an illusion. And
Yeah.
we really need to
100%.
be careful with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
When people likes, or, like,
Followers
it's
and
just
stuff,
followers,
views. Yeah.
without like understand the numbers, and you're not having a strategy, a clear strategy, what you want,
Yeah.
then the numbers, like the likes, is just to fill up your
Your
feeling,
yeah,
making
your
you
ego.
feel
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. You make you feel good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like for me, social media is I think like we need to understand that the word change, right?
Yeah.
And you like how was done before. You're watching TV, you're watching a movie,
Yeah.
like 1 hour movie become a 3 hours movie because every 5 minutes a commercial came in.
Yeah.
So that was the way that things was sold before. You're
Yeah.
outside, you see like a big outdoor, like a banner or whatever.
Yeah.
That was the way. Now we're in the time of
Hmm.
social media.
Yeah.
That means relationship.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, you need to create connection.
Yeah.
You need to create a relationship. So that's the first thing. Like when you create, you need to talk with people.
Yeah.
You need to show that you care. You need to answer their pain. You need to show them that you have the answers for their pain.
Oh yeah.
You have to speak their language. You
Yeah.
need to understand who you are too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
know,
like the way you have your social media, the Evolve Team Miami, because it's very educational for people to understand what capoeira is. And I always tell them, it's just like it's really cool to see, because it's very rare, to see a capoeirista trying to educate people about that. I'm not saying that there's not, but it's very rare to see a capoeirista trying to educate people, because what we usually see is, like you said, we usually have social media for capoeiristas that people are already in capoeira, but we're forgetting those that have no idea what a jinga is, where
yeah.
capoeira came from.
Yeah, we need to see that and especially for you guys in the Middle West, that's
Yeah.
so different. That like if I was in Brazil now, maybe I would do a different social media,
Yeah.
because there is different. People know what is capoeira. In here, Miami, a lot of people know also what is capoeira.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, um, I remember seeing somewhere, I don't remember because I follow a lot of people also like that, like do the same type of work, and they post things from like more about social media, and they always say like what is Albiview for you is not Albiview for other people.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Yeah.
when you're starting being advanced in capoeira, we forget how to be a beginner in capoeira.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we talk about capoeira with so much passion, but sometimes people don't understand our language.
Yeah.
So when I talk about it, when I create, of course, like, and also like another part is like I see a lot of people saying that how you explain that, like if you put capoeira on YouTube, most of the videos really complex moves,
Yeah.
really complex stuff, like movie stuff. And
Yeah.
then these scary people, these intimidate people.
Yeah.
I agree, but I don't in the same time, because I feel like for example, what make me do capoeira was watching Only the Strong, for example.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that will inspire me to start.
Yeah.
So I feel like we should be also creating this type of content to
Yeah.
inspire people, for people to see where they can get. But
Yeah.
also we need, like, at the same time, produce content that, like we're talking, like simple, silly thing, not silly, but like ways that people that don't understand the capoeira, they see that's possible to get there.
100%. Yeah.
Because when you just put a video of a guy flipping and you don't give the opportunity for those people to see that this is possible,
Yeah.
it's just intimidate. Think
Yeah.
about now, you're in your house and you see a cool class you want to go and never done, and you see that's full of people. What is the percentage for you from your house to leave your house by yourself to go take a class where you
That you
see,
never done before.
yeah, you never done before, and you think that everybody there is professional?
Yeah. Yeah. Where everybody's doing backflips and spinning on
Understand
the
the
hands.
the myth of, like,
Yeah.
so the thing's simple. Like, I need to create whatever I share, whatever I do, I need to show that, I need to create a way that people gonna come to me.
Yeah. 100%.
Is is inviting.
Yeah. Inviting. Yeah. 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 Because
You
it's the
know,
same. Like, how many times have you shown a video when you just met somebody and they tell you, oh, what do you do? Because that's usually the questions they ask. What do you do for work? Oh, I teach capoeira. Oh, what is capoeira? And you show them a video. This is capoeira of you doing whatever, a demonstration you did last week. And then the first thing they're going to say is like, oh, I can do that. You don't make it look so easy. It's like, well,
yeah.
I've been doing it for 20 years, but I can get you there. And then,
And the guy's like, oh, but I don't want to invest 20 years of my life.
yeah, yeah. And then it's just like the first reaction they're going to be when you show people like that. And to make your point is just like, that's way too much for me. Because like you said, it's intimidating to to see a bunch of people doing a bunch of backflips and be like, I don't know how to do that. I'm not gonna do that. And then people are like, nah, I'm not
But
gonna join the
also,
class.
so now the trick is that I'm facing through is like how I present the same idea to
Mhm.
not sound the other way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Like, it's something that's so easy that people don't have to worry. Oh no, it's just a bunch of people having fun together, because it's not.
yeah,
So how we find a way that in the same time you show that, or whatever, or like the high level,
yeah,
and you're like, oh, here's where you start, but that's the goal.
yeah,
And the goal, and in the end, the goal, like, at least for me, each person have a different goal. But for me, with capoeira, when I have my personal rhythm, right? And I have my work rhythm, I say like that,
yeah,
my group rhythm, right? What I want with my group. For me, kind of like goes together, but like, of course, I want help people live a better life,
yeah,
right? But also I want people to experience the same thing that made me fall in love with capoeira,
yeah,
in Brazil. I
yeah,
want to bring that energy. It's not the capoeira, it's the energy
yeah,
I felt in Brazil every time I was in the academy, every time that I had a roda, every time the train finished and everybody's happy, sweat. We just fight each other, boom, boom, boom,
yeah.
boom. But in the
Kick
end,
each
like,
other. Yeah,
everybody's happy, because
yeah,
we're like,
yeah, yeah,
we've had that feeling of mission accomplished.
yeah, yeah.
We
Totally,
go
100%.
home tired, exhausted but happy. So, like, and especially right now that people are so how you say carente, I forgot the way to
Like
say,
a carente.
needy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
needed
a
for attention. Like,
okay, yeah, yeah.
we're coming from a pandemic. People are 24 hours inside their house.
Yeah.
They're losing social skills,
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
right? So now our job is even more important than before. Like what we need doing capoeira is even, and will be even harder than before, because now kids, they're not having social skills. They don't understand anymore how a classroom works.
Yeah.
They're behaving really bad
Yeah.
because the word change.
Yeah.
Everybody's confused.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna face something even harder, but at the same time, even we have more possibility
Oh,
now than ever.
yeah. Yeah. Well, it's more opportunity for us, but we just gotta find the how, the
Yeah,
how can it transform these to students, and again, to feed up the the school. Yeah, because there's not gonna be school without students,
yeah,
and there's not gonna be business without students either.
yeah. But yeah, of course, like there's a lot to think
Yeah.
about, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of pieces in the puzzle.
Yeah.
You
100%.
know,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
we're talking about like the art part of capoeira, that when you talk about business, the art need to be present. We cannot
100%.
take
Yeah.
the art and just become some um a sport, just a
Yeah.
sport,
Yeah.
just a
Yeah. Yeah.
competition. I don't
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah.
I feel like capoeira is so big and so amazing that we need to be really careful, and create, even any method that you create, you need to make sure that you're pass on each element of capoeira, right?
Yeah.
Need to be part, the movement part, the martial art, the acrobatic, the rhythm, but like the ritual part, the tradition, the story, the mestres, the music, the songs, all this, how you play capoeira, what things meanings in the roda,
Yeah.
right? The community part, like the hangout, the party, but also like we need to be more professional.
Yes. 100%.
No,
More
not
ethics.
confused. Yeah, more ethics, more, no rules, but like we just need to represent every day better capoeira,
Yeah. 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 Because
bring the best.
yeah, because unfortunately, when something bad happens, is people are not gonna see like, hey, like, oh, that was Cabecao from Cordon Lloro, or that was Cachichi from Capoeira Brazil. The first thing they're gonna say, oh, that was the guy from Capoeira, and then they're gonna put all Capoeiristas in the exact same box, and then that doesn't work that way.
But
We have to represent.
that's good. That happens in some
Yeah.
ways, because
Yes.
then people gonna start thinking, oh, I cannot do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a free word. It's not like, I think some people, not everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Of course.
Okay, freedom. What is freedom in capoeira? Do whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
We still need to think. For me, like, it's not anymore about what I want. It's
Yeah.
about how we create a harmonized community, that
Yes.
everybody
100%.
can live better together,
Yeah.
right? Not a person on top manipulating everybody under,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Just to feel better about themselves,
Yeah.
right? We need to create a way that, of course, the Mestre in Capoeira, I believe deeply in hierarchy, right?
100%.
I sit with other master, I'm quiet. I don't say anything. I'm really respectful. Who knows me
Yeah.
knows me, right? I have a lot of admiration for, the old school. And I live to keep that alive in the
Yeah.
best way I can, right? But at the same time, we need to create a way that everybody feels safe,
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
right? And everybody feel safe to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
When you talk about freedom, for me, is that like we create a space where people can be vulnerable and open themselves to you.
Yeah.
Without like, oh, I don't know, like, okay, what are you feeling?
Yeah.
Because I'm like that. When I feel bad, I go talk with the person that, oh, you did this hurt me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think for like the freedom is where like we can be ourselves in a way that is harmonized with the
Yeah.
other person.
Yeah.
And
100%.
then
Yeah.
we are strong together. We understand the other person weakness and strength, and we grow strong together.
Yeah,
That's the equipment that I want to see in Capoeira, like people helping each other. Doesn't matter the school, doesn't matter, no, where
100%.
you come from. It's like together, little by little. Of course, I make mistakes,
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're humans,
right?
right?
But like we cannot let this define us. Like we are in a place now that everything is in south and north.
Yeah,
Oh, you make a mistake and you're guilt forever.
yeah. You cancel. We're gonna
Yeah,
cancel.
you
No,
cancel.
nobody's gonna talk to you.
Or if you have opinions, like true opinions, we cannot have conversations anymore.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like, man, when I sit with people I haven't sit people with that they think completely different from me, from different religions or whatever, politic views. I
Yeah,
want to understand why they think the way they think.
yeah,
Why you believe in that?
yeah.
No,
Why
because
in
maybe
a good sense? No, be like, oh, why?
exactly, because this is gonna make me a bigger person because
Yeah,
I'm gonna have more knowledge.
yeah,
And we are facing a moment now that everybody knows everything.
yeah. That's true.
And that's hard because when you put yourself there, you stop learning,
Yeah,
stop growing.
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
and become arrogant and become, like I'm better than everybody because I already know. And again, comes back again to the part you gotta be coachable, right? Because if not, you're gonna stop learning. And coming back again for what you said, like sometimes we forget that we were beginners once. And then I've been in capoeira many years ago. I've been in capoeira events where like the masters they don't interact with the beginners because the masters, all the professors, teachers, and the high courts, they don't interact with the beginners because it's like, why, man? You forgot that you were a beginner once too, and you're also a human being. What's the problem with that?
So I feel like it's funny because I was having a conversation with people from my academy Friday, and we were talking about that, the magic in capoeira.
Yeah,
I think that started because the Mestre, the old masters, is magical. You're waiting for the opportunity. It was not from that place where you cannot sit with the master,
yeah,
but it was from a place that the master, you allowed you to sit with them.
yeah,
And that was the magic in that moment where like you're waiting for your permission.
yeah,
So I think like we need to understand also the message behind. When I'm with people, not me, I'm talking in general. I'm a master, for example. I'm not talking about Cabecao, I'm talking about the master, the Mestre. And I'm in a table, and those students, whatever is around me, they should feel like there's a special moment. Because also when you put everybody in the same place and become normal, see how we're canceling something special that should be there. It's the same thing
looking up, because you're gonna look up to somebody. Hey, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being part of this episode one more time. And thank you so much for being part of the Capoeira community. I'm very happy you made it all the way to the end. Now, make sure you listen to the next episode next week or the following week or the previous episodes. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. And don't forget to reach out so we can have you on the podcast. Okay. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing journey in the Capoeira community. And I really hope to see you one time here in Indianapolis, or I'll see you in the hot next time. Okay. Keep training, keep your Capoeira school, keep supporting your Capoeira school, and keep training, keep loving Capoeira, keep training, keep playing the Hoda. I'll see you in the Hoda next time.